Hello everyone and welcome to the final episode of 2025. It has been an amazing year, probably the year of Mr. Inc., the 2-litre automatic estate Mark 1, which is a car that I never thought I would ever own. I still thought I would have Project Beatrix for many years to come. I don't own any car knowing that my ownership would be short term. I'm always in it for the long run, and that's always financially and emotionally quite a good thing, actually. And obviously, being a car enthusiast, you get attached. But obviously, with what happened with that car last year, fate decided that actually it was going to provide me with an even better car in terms of functionality, what I use it for, and the enjoyment I get from it. Not to say I didn't enjoy Project Beatrix, absolutely I did. But it turns out that, having another focus and having one as a main driver is quite fitting for somebody who's leading a new community onwards towards January, which is when the Mark 1 Club becomes an entity in its own right. As small as it might be, it may grow, and I definitely think it will. So this year has gone really well for all three cars. Ruby has been a bit more quieter on the side, and 50 Shades non-existent really. But next year, 50 Shades will be back at some shows. There will be a lot of work being carried out over the winter, and most of it will never be filmed. And there is a very good reason for that. There may be a clue in the title of the video. I am actually finishing YouTubing. That is something that I thought I would not actually virtually say. The exceptions will be from now on, going on next year, I will still film Mark 1 Club nationals and events whenever I attend, and anything really special, especially Fiesta meets as well, because that's a fantastic group, and we've managed to get ourselves in Retro Ford magazine as well, which was brilliant and great exposure for a nice generation of Fiestas who've always kind of never really had their moment, and unfortunately for most of them the time has passed, when people have realised actually there's only a collective few left. So I'm really pleased that's gone well. But as far as everything else, how to do videos and everything else, that is me finished with YouTube. I've decided this has been a very long-term decision. It's been a very difficult decision to make, but equally I weighed everything up in my life at the moment, and I cannot sustain everything. And YouTube has been phased out in 2025, if you've not noticed. I started with a video every 3 days, and now it's become every 5 days. And now I am virtually finishing. There were really two reasons for that. One, I'm not enjoying videoing no more. I've actually lost my appetite for filming, and I'm actually finding the more jobs I do on some of the cars off camera, the more I enjoy the jobs. So that's when you know that something's not right, when you're not enjoying something, and it's feeling like a chore, like, I must do this. And for a short time, especially last year, and maybe the year before that, where I was pumping out a video every couple of days, especially on Project Beatrix, it was almost an automatic thing. Got to make a video. Don't have to do that no more. I've literally worn that shirt, bought the ticket, and I've recruited more subscribers than I can have ever imagined, with such a niche being automatics only on this channel, and the niche of Focuses and Fiestas. I'm not quite sure why, but the second reason, apart from the fact that I'm not really enjoying it as much, and I'm finding it, a chore amongst a lack of time. Running the Mark 1 Club is not going to be a straightforward thing. Most of the work is done at my desk here. I have many people helping me do little jobs and want to do more, and that's going to be a delegation from now on. But the Mark 1 Club needs a lot of work, put it that way, and a lot of time at this desk sorting things out, and that means something has to give if I am to maintain my cars. And the least thing on my list of priorities ended up being YouTube, and that's when I made the decision. That was a few months ago now. So YouTube is out. apart from the rare exceptions at shows when I will want to get the camera out and people will want to watch me. In fact, some of my most successful videos have all been at shows, and obviously people who watch many of you, who watch all sorts of car YouTubers, the most successful ones tend to be ones that do a lot of show stuff. And the least successful YouTubers, strangely, are people like me who do many how-to-do videos. I'm not quite sure why there are so low views with these such of videos, but maybe there are so many people that really aren't really capable of working practically on their cars, and watching somebody like me competently work on my cars and try and show you how to do it is just not good enough for some people. It probably makes them think of how short their practical skills are, so they don't watch it. People watch stuff that actually doesn't remind them of the bad stuff in their life and the stuff that they have shortcomings on, if you get my picture. So I think for a few reasons, my videos this year haven't done very well. They've always been quite low anyway. But even the Fiesta videos, penny drops. I've lost interest in Fiesta videos a long time ago because there's just no community for them. And I've discovered that by trying to start my own group. And it's gone very well, but it's absolutely non-existent now, Mark III's, which is such a shame. But we've got as many together as we can, and that's the point in that. GoPro stopped recording. That's one thing. And then the Focus Mark 1 repair videos, these videos are really highly successful. Matt Richardson did a video on the Focus that at last he bought a Focus. I bought a Focus to save and flip, basically. And he needed some advice on fuel pump, how to change the fuel pump, basically. And he seeked my video, my channel out to find the right video, and he did the job properly. He didn't cut a hatch, and I was really pleased. And it really exemplified the reason why I've done all these videos and the amount of things that people are going to go away with. So I'm really pleased for that. And that was actually literally on the day I decided to quit YouTube. But what a ridiculous thing. I decide to quit YouTube in my head, and then I get stories of Matt Richardson has bought a Mark 1. You should watch it. Just ridiculous coincidences. And obviously after that, actually, there was actually a bump in views. But after that, it dropped again. And I think people don't like watching my stuff for some reason. For those of you who do, thank you very much for supporting the channel. I really appreciate that. And I know there are many of you who have taken some of the videos on and saved a lot of money on repairs on your Mark 1s especially. And Rover 45s and Fiesta Mark 3s for the small people amongst you. And garage labour is, depending on where you live in the country, is ridiculously expensive. And if you can do any of the jobs that I've shown you to do over the last few years, then that's amazing. That's exactly why I aim to do. As far as Mark 1 videos are concerned, I don't know why they haven't done very well, but maybe it's an historical thing, because once these videos are made, they're there on YouTube forever. And these videos aren't going away. This is my legacy, and that's what people can enjoy. There are many, many more videos that I could do on Mark 1s. There are lots of repairs that I'm doing for 50 Shades at the moment that I've never covered, but I have no motivation to film it because I don't get the views that I used to, and that really is kind of a motivator at a time where I'm questioning why I need to be doing this for YouTube at all, really. The other reason that YouTube is stopping, especially when it comes to Mark 1 related advice, is because all the advice stuff, especially on parts, is being compiled on one of the best websites you are going to see for a classic car club. Honestly, the website that we are creating at the moment for the Mark 1 club is absolutely amazing. And in the members only section, there will be a parts guide section where I allot part numbers and share my experiences of certain parts, what to buy, what not to buy. This is the number, this is a genuine, this is the aftermarket. You go for genuine. With this part, you don't have to go genuine, you could go aftermarket, but go for these brands. It's an labyrinth of information. It's the biggest thing I get asked on this channel. What's the parts number? What part do I recommend? And it answers all the questions. So being a member of the Mark 1 Club, £10 a damn year for that sort of advice. It's gold dust, and I am loving writing these articles. So the Mark 1 website is going to be a labyrinth of information. So YouTube stops, but my existence becomes part of that website. The main thing is, when you're trying to watch one of my videos and you're trying to skip about 3 or 4 minutes to get to the 30 seconds where, oh, he actually finally gives me the part number. And I get a few people like that who haven't got much attention span, and they just want a part number. They just want, you know, a 30-second piece of advice, not about a 20-minute waffle video. And a lot of it isn't waffle, which is quite ironic, but that's the point. So that's 3 really good reasons why I've gone the way of the wind, really. Lack of enjoyment, lack of views, and my YouTube advice sort of stuff, how to do this, well, it's kind of been replaced by what I'm doing for the club website. Behind closed doors, and giving advice to members who have paid their £10. And if you pay the £10, you're supporting the community, but it also tells me that you're actually in this for the long run. Because £10 for me distinguishes those people who, quite frankly, are in this to save a few pennies, not for the benefit of enjoying owning the car, but just because they're driving the car around on absolutely nothing, and it's bangonomics to them, basically, just a cheap form of transport. And those who are actually enthusiasts of the car. And these are the people that I want to give advice to. I have no time for people who don't really care for these cars. I'm only an enthusiast-driven person, and I do what I do for car enthusiasts in order to save money. So that is really what the Mark 1 Club is about. It is an enthusiast club, and many people will be put off by that £10, and I'm glad that they are put off, because I don't want them. I only want enthusiasts in the club that really care about the cars, love their cars, and want to keep it going. And therefore, my advice is going to be gold dust to you. I'm doing the parts guide section with a lovely man called Matthew, who is one of our admins on the club. And Matthew is also adding his own articles in from his own experience. So it's not just me at the table. There are many other people with many other different experiences. So that is really that. I know it's a bit of a humdrum episode on the backdrop of this. Lovely memories. That was the first real sort of first massive show that we actually did as an entity, as a Facebook entity. We were only about 2 months old when this was taken at the Festival of the Exceptional many years ago. Some amazing cars in literally 6 different colours. That is 6 different colours. Yeah, definitely. So happy memories, and that's what it's all about, creating memories. And without YouTube, I would not have met all the people that I've met, and I suppose that's the 4th and last reason, really. I've met all the people that really, honestly, I need to meet. I can't have a social diary as big as what I've got, or else my phone will blow up and my brain will blow up. There needs to be a cut-off. So as far as I'm concerned, I seem to have attracted all the right people, the right friends, to grow the group and the community. And well, it's onwards and upwards. But from now on, it will be a bit more private instead of broadcasted on YouTube every 2 seconds. Anyway, I will leave you be. This isn't completely goodbye, but it's goodbye until I do a show. So it may be in about 6 months' time I see you. But I hope that you've enjoyed this channel and everything that I have given. A bit of a humdrum ending to a very humdrum sort of channel. And I thank you very much for supporting that. Take care.
Goodness sake, that bloody carburettor again.